In the 1930s, Japan introduced the Greater East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere, GEOX, claiming it would liberate Asia from Western colonialism. Promoted as a Pan-Asian alliance, it emphasized Asia for Asians under Japanese leadership. However, historical records reveal this was a facade for imperial expansion. The 1940 speech by Foreign Minister Hachiro Arita marked its official launch, blending nationalist ideology with militaristic ambitions. The 1931 Manchurian incident marked Japan's first step into militarized expansion. Framed as a response to Chinese aggression, it led to the puppet state of Manchukuo. Japan justified its actions as anti-Western liberation, but brutal occupation policies soon followed. By 1937, the Second Sino-Japanese War escalated into full-scale conflict, exposing the GEACPS's violent underpinnings. Japan systematically plundered occupied territories for resources like coal, iron, and rice. In Korea, forced labor and land seizures crippled local economies. By 1942, over 60% of Indonesia's oil production fed Japan's war machine. The GEACPS's economic policies were not cooperative, but extractive, leaving lasting scars on regional development. Japan's propaganda apparatus glorified the GEACPS through films, radio, and school curricula. Slogans like "Light of Asia" masked atrocities, while censored media portrayed occupied nations as willing partners. The 1943 Greater East Asia Conference in Tokyo staged unity, but delegates like Ba Ma of Burma later criticized its hollow promises. Japan co-opted regional elites to legitimize its role. In Korea, the Governor General's office recruited aristocrats as administrators. Filipino politicians like Jose Laurel headed puppet governments under duress. These collaborators often faced post-war retribution, caught between occupation and resistance. From Korean independence fighters to Viet Minh guerrillas, resistance was widespread. The 1919 March 1st movement in Korea and the 1942 Hukbalahap uprising in the Philippines defied Japanese control. Brutal reprisals like the 1945 Manila Massacre failed to crush dissent, proving the GEACPS's fragility. Japan enforced cultural erasure, banning Korean language in schools and mandating Shinto shrine worship. In Taiwan, students sang the Kimigayo anthem under threat of punishment. These policies aimed to erase identities, replacing them with loyalty to the emperor, a key GEACPS tactic later condemned as cultural genocide. By 1943, Japan conscripted over 5 million Asians into labor, including comfort women and death railway workers. In Java, Romusha, forced laborers died by thousands. The GEACPS's shared prosperity became a death sentence for many, exposing the lie of its humanitarian pretenses. Allied victories at Midway, 1942, and Okinawa, 1945, shattered Japan's empire. As U.S. bombers leveled Tokyo, the GEACPS collapsed. The August 1945 surrender left occupied nations in chaos, with some, like Indonesia, declaring independence amid the power vacuum Japan's defeat created. Post-war Japan avoided full accountability, with many war criminals rehabilitated into politics. The Yasukuni Shrine's enshrinement of Class A criminals sparks protests to this day. Meanwhile, victims' demands for reparations, like Korean comfort women, remain unresolved, proving the GEACPS's wounds are still unhealed.